Minister of Education, Professor Tahir Mamman, addressed the press after the FEC meeting, highlighting the Council's resolutions to address obstacles related to IPPIS.
What the Council did today was to clear the final obstacle to implementation of the decision of the Council on IPPIS, which was taken in December, if you may recall. And but the Council thought it's important for the universities to be reminded of their obligations under the various laws, the various acts setting up the universities, and then some financial regulations post IPPIS. And these all pertain to ensuring that tertiary institutions employ staff only when there is a budgetary provision for it. And there's also a ratio between academic and non-academic staff, which must not be breached. It's 1 to 5, as prescribed by the Universities Commission. And there's a limit to the number of part-time staff who can be recruited, which is restricting it to senior lecturers and above for a particular period, not exceeding 1 year. And then there's a consequence to breach. Unlike before, when institutions were just on their own and there were no consequences visited on them. This time around, councils were held to account and their managements for any breach of these regulations, which will be communicated to them.
Additionally, concerns were raised about the performance of research institutions in the country, prompting the Council to call on tertiary institutions for support in addressing the issue.
Council also made some observations about research outputs from research institutions around the country and expressed some concern about some of these research institutes not living up to their billing in producing relevant and valid proper researches that meets the requirements of this country or that takes this country to the next level of its development, which is actually a very major role in developing countries. Countries make progress through innovations by its tertiary institutions. So the Council wants to see our tertiary institutions play that role while ensuring that there is sufficient funding for those activities.
In education matters, tertiary institutions now have the authority to manage their funds, although they must adhere to specific regulations set by the FEC.